Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a halftime show. Now, I don't speak a lick of Spanish. I didn't know what was going on, didn't know the words, but was it a vibe and was it a cultural shift? But watching the halftime show is probably one thing that you guys missed that can change your investment life forever. That is electricity. I've been to Puerto Rico, and I have to say, the electricity is horrible. My Airbnb, the electricity probably went out once a day, and they said it's normal. It's like a normal thing for electricity to go out. Unless you're in San Juan, which is the capital, anywhere in the outskirts, not good. And it makes you think, well, like they are a colony, they're kind of like the 51st state. So why is that happening like that? Well, my friends, this is a bigger deal than just Puerto Rico. This is a way bigger deal than the vitriol of Bad Bunny and his performance. This is an opportunity that we can help people get needed electricity, but two, from an investment standpoint, can change your financial life forever. So we're going to talk about that, how we can grow. As always, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. In real life, I'm a certified financial planner, but on these social media airwaves, we're just giving information. This information today can help you scale your portfolio. You ready? Lego.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Pay for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you know, and it could be different.
So the performance had a lot of messages in it, but the one I'm going to look at today is actually the electricity. But it falls back to what happens here stateside. Look at my screen.
In mid-February, cold Arctic air, usually contained up north in the Earth's jet stream, dipped down into the U.S. It's called a polar vortex, and it's pretty common. It's what brings the coldest air to the U.S. during the winter. What was unusual is for it to dip as far south as it did. In Texas, where February is typically fairly warm, temperatures dipped dangerously low. And it came with a storm.
Now the storm was crazy. It shut down the whole state of Texas for weeks.
Is it just me, or is that you're working hard, but you're not seeing the financial results that you want? We're clocking in, we're clocking out, we have the income, we're making the money, but our wealth is not growing like we want it to. Well, my friends, it's not your fault. You know why? Because we're never taught how money works. We're taught how to spend it, but we're not taught how to leverage the money that we're making right now to build wealth. Now, wealth, it comes in all different shapes and sizes. The question is, how much wealth do you want for you and your family? But the best part about it is help us on the way. Join us during our 5-day mentorship, where you learn how to structure your money, reduce your tax liability, increase your net worth, and build wealth. We'll show you how to go from a wealth builder to a wealth strategist to a wealth creator, and leaving that long-lasting legacy to your family. Click the link below and join us on our 5-day mentorship, where we'll help you accelerate your wealth. Now back to the episode.
Even one of the senators thought upon himself to take a flight out of Texas. Now he got caught at the airport as his constituents said, "What are you doing? The state is shut down. How can you as a politician, you as a senator of the great state of Texas leave when we have to suffer?" It was bad, you guys. And that happened because of their power grid.
When you flip your lights on, you're getting your electricity from the power grid. And that grid is getting the electricity from a bunch of different energy systems, like nuclear power plants or wind farms or natural gas facilities. In the US, these places are generally run by private energy companies that work with your local power utility.
These companies like Florida Power and Light here in Jacksonville, JEA, they're municipalities. They make a lot of money, but they serve the community well. But if these private companies have no competition, Nobody trying to come in at a lower price. Then you have what's going on in Puerto Rico, electricity that's always failing. But my friends, it can get worse because when that grid stops working, all heck could break loose, just like in Texas.
Into your home. That power utility is overseen by a government commission who sets things like prices and safety standards. And the
Remember, Puerto Rico, colony, so a little bit different.
grids most Americans are on aren't just big, they're huge. The entire East Coast, from Canada to Florida, is on one grid, and the entire West Coast is connected in another.
It's kind of a remarkable engineering feat. It's probably the biggest machine humans have ever built.
While most power tends to stay local, this grid allows electricity to flow over huge areas and between states. Like in New York City, power comes from energy plants in New York, but also from neighboring states and even Canada.
That leads us to today. It's companies right now that are changing innovation and changing the way that we look at power. And those companies are doing it through nuclear. This is why, in my opinion, we had the invasion of Venezuela. Not because of the oil, but because of the thorium that was provided. And that thorium that was provided has these small rocks. And the small rocks are able to power huge nuclear facilities. And those nuclear facilities then drain clean energy. And that clean energy can power cities, municipalities, states, or a whole grid. This is why it's important from an investment standpoint to take advantage of now. Because now is today. As a futurist, 20, 30, 40 years from now, things may be different. So do we want to take advantage of things now or not?
Are you like the 83% of Americans who want to get a trust, who want to get a will, want to get a power of attorney, but you don't have one? Well, you are not alone, because 22% of Americans have one. That means 1 out of every 4 families have a trust, a will, and a power of attorney. Which bracket are you in? 1 out of 4 or 3 out of 4? It's okay, because we have the Relax Estate, a fully automated AI platform that allows you to create a trust, a will, and a power of attorney all at the fingertips. And if you are an insurance agent, tax professional, financial advisor, notary, or in any business profession, you can even white label this to your clients. You grow your business, you help your clients, everybody wins. Visit our website, www.therelaxestate.com. Right here, therelaxestate.com, and you can create a trust for your family, or if you're a business owner, want to use it to scale your business and help your clients, you can do that as well. Now back to this wonderful episode.
We're going to give you some of the stocks right now that are changing, revolutionizing how nuclear energy is done and why these companies are growing like crazy. Now, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but then also what we can do today to take advantage of those.
Meta announcing deals to buy nuclear power from 3 U.S. plants operated by Vistra, covering sites in Ohio and Pennsylvania. The agreements will help the Facebook parent secure long-term power as AI and data centers drive a surge in electricity demand and, unfortunately, some electricity bills. The company will also help develop small modular reactors with Oklo and privately held TerraPower, backed by Bill Gates. Meta says that the agreements could provide up to 6.6 gigawatts of nuclear power by 2035. And I'm sure we all understand exactly how much that is. It seems like a lot.
There we have it. The company is Oklo, symbol OKLO. And guess who is owned by? Sam Altman. Who is Sam Altman? The person who also owns ChatGPT. And it falls in line with what the president wants to do. He doesn't like solar. He doesn't like wind. He loves nuclear. And they, from a power standpoint, allows you to have clean nuclear energy. The reason why people don't like nuclear is because cancer, right? Chernobyl explodes. But if it's a way you can have clean nuclear energy, you can have nuclear energy that runs efficiently and is at the fraction of the cost, that, my friends, is a game changer. If you can also have that nuclear energy in one power plant, and it feeds and has a backup system for the power grid. So what happened in Texas doesn't happen in the US. When temperatures are up or down, or it could power across the ocean in places like Puerto Rico, so they don't have electricity just going and coming anytime it wants to. That you can't put a price on. And their stock, amazing. So it was just kind of putting along, and then boom, look at this. Up September 9th, 2025, as high as $135, $4 a share. Now look at that drop to 62, and now it's back up to 75. We bought this for our clients in late 2024 at about $8 a share. Going from 8 to 134, that is a lot of growth. But from an investment standpoint, you're still buying this at a strong discount. Today, being from 134 to 62, it's almost at a 50% discount. Will it go back up? We don't know. But we know one thing. What happened in Texas, people want to make sure it doesn't happen again. What's going on in Puerto Rico? We don't want people to have a lack of electricity, especially when they're paying U.S. taxes. So companies like this are companies for the future. So yeah, another company, Vistra, symbol VST. And this, a little bit longer, right? And again, same kind of ups and downs, up over almost 900% since its inception back in 2016. So longer, right? Not 21, and not as much annual year, but Jiminy Christmas. In 10 years, that's 80% a year. Wow. And same thing, spike, drop, spike in 2025 to 166, drop, spike to 206, drop, 143. We're able to buy this at a 40% discount. Gets back to what it was, over $200 a share. It's going to be some happy campers. I say this to say electricity is big, and it's only going to be in more demand because of AI. People are mining Bitcoin right now. You think that's going to help electricity or hurt electricity? We're making chips. We're generating chips. Chips are running things based on electricity. Do you think that's going to help the energy grid or hurt the energy grid? I think it's going to hurt it. But with companies like this, it goes a long way.
Join us in our school community as we have modules, classes, courses to go from a taxpayer to a wealth builder. How to use our cliff, dip, bear strategy to do better with your investments. How to acquire businesses and how to use your retirement plan to grow and not pay taxes. What? I can have a retirement plan grow and not pay taxes? Yes, your IRA or even your 401k at your employer. This and other things we focus on in our school community, the Relax Investor. And guess what? You get 7 days, free access, and you get our weekly coaching calls every Wednesday. You and hundreds of people ask questions to 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure business owners that tell you how they created their business, how they run their business, and how their finances is as smooth as it can be. So click the link below and join us in our Relax Investor Academy to help you scale your finances.
I did this on purpose, right? To show energy behind us, how energy moves. As you can see, these behind me, not in sync. When they're not in sync, it looks kind of bad. What if that's your electricity? And that's going on right now in Puerto Rico. And it happened in 2021 in Texas. So Oculo, VST are two companies that you want to look at. And from an opportunity standpoint, they are down dramatically from their high. We know we need electricity. We know nuclear is what the Trump administration wants. So why would not these and other investments like these have the opportunity to grow? Now, past performance does not guarantee future results, and nobody knows but God the future. And this is information, not a recommendation. But the real winners, in my opinion, with the Bad Buddy concert is Vistra and Oculo. Because if you see in the future, you can see that this is a potential. And potential becomes money. And money builds wealth, and we have wealth, we have passive profits. The question is, you're going to take advantage of the Super Bowl sign, or you're going to sit in the dark while the stock has the possibility to go up like crazy? But let me know your comments though. Like, subscribe, share. Am I right? Is there other companies besides these two that might grow? And how'd you like the Super Bowl performance? In beautiful Jacksonville, let's make some painful profits together, y'all. Peace.